It's your girl MariahLynn, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, and I'm admitting it. I won't take it back, cause I did this shit.
Alright, we got MariahLynn jumping off the porch with us
Period.
today.
Off the porch.
How you feeling today, sis?
I'm good. I'm amazing. I'm growing and glowing, you know.
You already know. New year, new Aspirations.
Yeah. New Year, same me. Nah.
Type shit. What's some of the lessons you learned in 2023 that you're gonna apply to 2024?
You can't befriend everybody. You can't save everybody. You can't be nice to everybody. And, you know, there is still some good left in this world. I learned a lot in 2023. Like, I feel like 2023 definitely made me strong.
There you go. Put the on that shit.
The
Fresh off the reunion.
Fresh off the reunion.
What's your take on that shit?
I mean, listen, like each story, there always comes an end.
Right.
You know, for some. And the rest of us just continue on to get the bags. But,
no bags.
You know, reunion for me, honestly, I will say this. I've never seen a Zeus reunion, Baddies reunion, that actually had dialogue and people make up and stand on both business and being a grown woman. So I appreciated that because there was one person, I'm not gonna spoil it, but we did actually end up making up, you know, and I was really happy about that because I really didn't want to fight her, you know. I was like, oh, we was friends. Like, nobody wants to really ever fight their friends. But them other bitches, I don't know them like that, so yeah.
No, we ain't gonna spoil it all.
We ain't gonna spoil it. I'm missing a few nails or whatever, but you know.
So let's take it from the top, right? How would you describe growing up in New York City?
Well, I grew up in New Jersey, but it's right across the bridge, so you know, New York is we're neighbors, we're no strangers. But growing up in Jersey, for me, I feel like was a blessing because, you know, no shade to like down south or anything because I love down south, but it's definitely a whole different type of like mental mindset, all of that. Where I come from, it's a melting pot of people. Like you got Mexican and black and white and black and Puerto Rican and black. Like everybody's mixed. You know what I'm saying? So I think I come from a little bit of a different world than other people, hence why it's hard to understand my demeanor or how I talk sometimes or why I am the way I am, but it's not for people to understand. Either you like or relate or you don't and you hate.
No, that's real, that's real. So how would you describe your childhood coming up?
I think I had both a good and bad childhood, to be honest. It wasn't all bad, you know what I'm saying? But it definitely was a struggle. I definitely went through a lot, you know, with, you know, my upbringing as far as like my parents and, you know, me and my sister being separated. And then, you know, eventually I feel like God, you know, saw that there was a bigger purpose for me. And I took custody of my little sister and I helped raise my nephew with my middle sister. And now, you know, everything just came full circle. Like my mom is good, my sister's good. They're both in their own spaces.
That's real.
You know, and I'm just super grateful that, you know, I didn't lose my mother to the streets like maybe other, you know, young ladies have. She's still here, so I'm gonna value every minute that I have with her.
No, that's real. How does it make you feel to know that you were the turning point from your family, you know? You didn't come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family's coming from you.
Yeah, I didn't come from a wealthy family. I mean, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure sometimes because I feel like, you know, it's a lot on me. You know, I'm the go-to. And sometimes I'm okay with it. And sometimes I'm like, can you call somebody else for a lift right now? Like, you know, I'm in the middle of doing something. But I love them. They're my family. And I wouldn't trade them for nobody else. You know, I've lost a lot of people through pandemic. I lost 2 of my close friends, one of my very best friends to domestic violence. Hence why I started my nonprofit. To help DV victims and, you know, kids in foster care, anybody I could really help, but that's originally why I started my nonprofit.
No, that's real. How does it make you feel to know that you are the turning point for a lot of people, you know, and you stand on business behind family as we've seen?
Nah, yeah, don't threaten my family. Nah, I can't. Nah. I think that in that moment, and I know it went viral, and I do want to speak on that because a lot of people was out there, you know, whatever, and I was laughing with y'all. I just want to let them know, like, I was not laughing. Y'all were not laughing at me. I was laughing with y'all.
Yeah.
Because I never seen my vein pop out like that before.
Yo, I was going to ask you about that.
I I never seen my vein pop out. But currently, you know, me and my vein spoke, and she's retired. She doesn't want to come out no more. You know, she doesn't like that. But in that moment, I really it was a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on the fans don't get to see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of picking, a lot of provoking. Like, I was begging to go to House B with old girl for a while. And she was telling production, no, I don't want to be in the same house, so I'm scared. But then doing the opposite on the internet, you know, the trolling and all of that. And I don't get into that, you know. The internet for me is like, I look at it as like my business as well, my branding space, you know, my creative space to show my fans who I am and how I'm silly and stuff. But, you know, when it starts to become a repetitive, like, negative type of aura, like I have to like back away from that. So usually I'm silent. I don't want to be silent, but T be like, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to my team too. I love them. They're my rock. You know, T holds me down all the time. And it gets really hard. But overall, I mean, it's a gift and a curse, right? With any good thing in your life.
Nah, for real. Being that you are a reality star veteran in this shit, on both VH1, you know, and we see you now on Zeus.
Yeah.
How would you describe your time with each network and each platform?
Oh, completely different experiences. Both amazing, opulent, as I would say. But I just feel, you know, during pandemic, you know, a lot of stuff kind of was closed and stuff. You know, they took New York out, so I'm tri-state girl. When Baddies and Zeus decided to do a Baddies East, because Nat had been asking me for 3 seasons to do Baddies. I don't think a lot of people know that. I just, at the time, for me, I wasn't, you know, in a good headspace, and I didn't feel like it really, you know, aligned with my brand and my metrics at the time. Now, I start seeing, you know, the girls come on doing music. I start seeing, you know, what it was doing, and I'm like, you know, I know I gotta come. I know what I signed up for, but I know I'm a tough cookie, you know. So if the end goal is for more people to stream my music, for more people to know who I am, then I guess it's time to go to war.
Nah, for real.
I'm gonna fight for mine.
Straight up. But also, let's talk about music, because Once Upon a Time is gold. They don't know that you are actually a gold selling artist. You know
independently,
what I'm saying? Real spill. Pop, nah, for real. Pop your shit for real.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people still to this day don't know that, you know, I went through a lot. My first label I was signed to, you know, stole over $500,000 from me from that record. They tried to cheat me out of my writing. They tried to cheat me out of my royalties, my publishing, everything. But as of today, I own all my copyrights. I own Once Upon a Time. Yeah. It's mine.
Now we need to get that shit to platinum now.
Yeah, you know, we do have a $3 million lawsuit going on right now. But I just thank God that, you know, even though I may or may not be able to get what was lost or get what, you know, back, I think that God continues to just really, really bless me, like, in life. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, you can take the good with the bad, but it's a learning experience. And, you know, if I had to give any advice to like young artists out there, please educate yourself. Like, don't let people come and put the blindfold over you and you just happy to be there with getting whatever you get in the show money. No, please educate yourself and know what is yours, because people will try to take it from you.
Nah, for
sure. And it can hinder a lot of your success, and it did mine. So I know from experience.
Nah, for sure. How would you describe yourself as a child coming up?
I was like a tomboy, very, like, I was always into sports, fearless. I mean, I really, honestly, I feel like as a kid, I felt like the golden child, the golden grandchild, like, I was, you know, but it was a lot of things I went through too, battling, like living in the hood, and, you know, I went through a lot of bullying. You know, it wasn't always easy for me, like, it was always like, oh, you're trying to be this. Same thing I kind of get on social media now, but I feel like back then it was, you know, a little bit worse, like putting gum in my hair. I had long hair down to my butt. And, you know, I used to be a punk. I used to come home to my mom and be crying like, this to me. And my mother would be like, if you don't fight, I'm going to beat you up. Like, I'm going to beat your ass. And ultimately, I think that's what kind of started to build that tough skin with me, because it was like I was too nice. And I let people take my kindness for weakness. So eventually it was like, oh, I'm not going to let, as soon as I started seeing, oh, I got a little hand, like, you know, okay, I'm about to start, no, nobody's about to play with me no more. And still to this day, I think I still do have that kind little girl still inside of me. But I just don't like to be like feel like somebody's trying to violate me or take advantage, or you know, especially with what I've been through in my life, like being in foster care, going through what I went through with that. You know, just life experiences have taught me like you could be kind, but you can't be too nice.
Nah, for real.
You know.
So at what point would you say you jumped off the porch?
Oh, I jumped off the porch when I was probably maybe 15. I was a little late off the porch. I'm not gonna lie. My mom was.
15 ain't late. 15 ain't late.
No, okay, because my mom was, you know, even though she wasn't really like in my life a lot. Like she was, but not like, you know, how an everyday life mom should be. But she was very strict. Like don't get me wrong. She would come pull up on me. I remember when I had my first girlfriend, she chased us like 4 blocks, but then she got out of breath. She couldn't catch us. So I was like, oh, we got to run. You know, we on the basketball team together. We got to go. But, yeah, so, you know, but I love my mother to death, and I wouldn't trade her.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
So girlfriend.
Yes, I dated girls before I ever dated. Well, I dated a girl for like 4 years.
How would you describe that? What made you want to, you know, try out?
I don't think for me it's about like what they have. I think it's about like I see who the person is, you know? Like that's what attracts me. I like high vibrational people. I like people who, you know, can make me laugh and down to earth, you know, don't have any type of like malicious, you know, energy or hidden agenda. Like I just like a vibe. I like to vibe with people. So I could really end up being with a man or a woman. It really, you know.
Nah, that's for sure. So you a love kind of girl.
Yeah, I'm a lover.
That's for real. That's
not
for
a fighter, but I fight for what I love.
What's your sign?
Cancer.
Crybaby.
I am. I cry a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
For real?
Yes, I do.
But y'all also be strong as hell.
Yes, we love hard.
Yeah.
But when we don't like you, we don't like you.
Yeah.
We crabs for real.
Nah, for sure, for sure. So at what point would you say you started noticing your aspirations for music?
Very young. I started writing poetry when I was really young. When I was in foster care and stuff, it was kind of like my way to, you know, express myself. And then I was always into like the 90s music era was like, oh my God, I'm a 90s baby. So I love 90s music, you know, all different types of music from pop to, you know, the and all of that. I'm from Jersey, so we fist pump too. Like, right. So that's how I think, you know, I want my fans to understand too that like I relate to different types of genres, different types of demographics of people. Like I'm just not in one lane, and y'all can't hate me for that. Like, no,
that's for real. You know? Like you're saying, where you come from is very diverse, so it makes a lot of sense.
So I have a diverse mouth, mind. Like,
so talk us through your first time going to the booth, going to the studio. Like when you really was writing this shit, you was like, you know what, I'm finna really get this shit a chance.
So my first time going to the booth, I was 16 years old, 17 years old. Shout out to Al. He's from my area. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but he's a well-known rapper from Jersey City. And I was in an all-girl singing group with 2 of my cousins. And I remember like we had this song that was like, please tell me, what am I to do, losing my... And I don't know if I could sing back then. I don't really remember, but I know that I could hold a little note or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like, you know, this is cool, but I wasn't really like feeling it. And then some stuff happened, but eventually I started rapping. I got in the booth, and I was like, you know, I like this. You know, Remy was a huge inspiration for me. Little Kim, obviously. I've definitely been inspired by, like, you know, the Queen Latifahs, the Lauryn Hill. I grew up listening to Jadakiss, the Lox, Jay-Z, Eminem, like. So I've had all different type of influences of like music, especially coming from Jersey. Like we said, very diverse. So yeah, I think I just love music. I love rap. And it was amazing. I think after that first time in that booth, it was like, wow,
yeah,
I'm about to go for everybody. But yeah, I've made some mistakes too, you know, but inevitably I think that you live, you learn, and you grow.
Nah, for real.
You know.
So what made you transition from singing to rap? Because
I couldn't sing. I couldn't sing. My name was Mariah, but it didn't come with the carry. So I was like, no, you know what? Fuck this.
Right. You went for what you know. You went for what you know.
And I'm a confident person. So I feel like also with rap, you have to be confident. Like, if your fans don't believe what you're saying and you're rapping about shit that you don't really do, it don't make sense.
Right.
To me, at least.
So what was everybody's reaction once they found out little MariahLynn is rapping now?
Oh, I mean, at first it was a lot of hate because I was saying, you know, once upon a time not long ago, I was a hoe.
But that shit was fire though.
But I admitted it. And I think that people eventually, it grew on them. But in the beginning, they were like, what did she just say? Like, you could see, like, I remember the first time we played it in Starlets, and like Dream Doll was like the only one. She was still a bartender at the time, back there dancing. But I remember the rest of the bartenders' reactions was like, what the fuck? Like, what is she saying? But HOE, hustle over everything.
That's hard.
You know, I kind of tricked the people a little
Right.
bit. I wasn't walking the street. But HOE, hustle over everything. And, you know, I just feel like women need to own, you know, their sexuality. Like, why is it okay for a man to have a one-night stand and he's the man, but if a girl goes and does it, she's a hoe?
Right.
So fuck it, I'm a hoe and I'm admitting it. I won't
Right.
take it back because I'm going to do the shit, I did the shit, and I'm going to keep on doing it.
Nah, fact.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel now that you was doing this music early on, but seeing that that's now the normal for female music? How does it make you feel to know, like, man, I've been on this shit?
I think I was ahead of my time, but it makes me really happy to see the girls doing it. Like, I love the Sexy Reds. I love, you know, I love what Suki doing. Cardi, obviously, huge, like, huge. It's my girl. There's so many different girls that even the City Girls, you know, came out and hit hard. But I feel like I was just a little ahead of my time. I had the wrong people behind me. And, you know, maybe a Once Upon a Time remake or something.
That would be fire.
You know, with one of the girls.
That might be fire. That might be
Yeah.
fire. That might be fire.
Facts.
So what was your reaction once you found out you were about to be on reality TV, Love HipHop, for the first time?
I was so scared. I was petrified. I don't think I've ever been more scared of something in my life. To give my life to the public, to really show the real me, because I wasn't going to go on there and fake the funk and act like I had this and I had that, because I didn't have a pot to piss in. I was broke. I was so broke. Oh my God. We was riding around in hoopties, catching on fire, me and my manager. Like, I'm talking about, no, like real shit. Like, riding till the wheels fall off to the T.
Yeah.
So just to, you know, see coming from that, see, you know what I'm talking about. You know the hoopty caught on fire in the back of Granny's yard. Hackensack, New Jersey, caught on fire.
So what you mean the car caught on fire?
It was a hoopty, and we was just like, you would press the gas, but you had to press all the way down. You know, one of them cars like, to like rev up. So I don't know. So we was coming from a club one day, and this was like when I was taking like $1,500, $2,000 for hostings, like nothing. And I was grateful. But we was leaving the club, and I'm like, T, I think somebody's following us. Like, no cap, I'm not even kidding. T, you know they was following us. So it was a truck, and I'm like, yo. So he's like, look, I'm about to bust the left and another left. If they follow us, we know they following us. Bust the left, they bust the left. Bust the left, they bust the left. All of a sudden, I said, T, hit it. Zzz, you had the rever. He put his foot all the way down. It started going zzz, and we was out. The next day we went to turn the car on. It blew up on fire in the backyard of Granny's house.
Damn.
Swear to God. What was her name, the hoopty?
Oh my God, it was like a Ford. We had to like hatchback my mom.
Not a Ford Fiesta.
A Ford BS. And we used to park it down the block from the hostings and hop out the black truck, like call a, you know, car.
That's
but
fire.
we was down the block in the Ford VS.
You gotta do what you gotta do though. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it.
So yeah, you know, coming from that, it was just, but I look back and we could laugh at those things now. I remember crying in those moments of being angry, like frustration. And now I look back and I'm like, yo, I'd give anything to like,
It made you who you are
one more
type shit.
time.
Yeah. That's real. So after wrapping up with Love HipHop, how would you say your life changed?
It changed greatly. Like, I mean, Baddies is a whole nother monster. It's a whole different beast. But so grateful for VH1, so grateful for Love HipHop. I say this all the time, music saved my life. I could have been dead somewhere, I could have been whatever. but I'm here. And thank God that, you know, Mona and Stephanie and Madi and all of them over there at the time has seen whatever they seen in me, because I had my mom pregnant with my little sister on the way. My other sister was living with my aunt. We were separated through foster care. So it was like my family was separated and I was just lost. I didn't know who I was, who I wanted to be, where I was headed, fighting all the time, being so angry. And I'm just not that person anymore. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Love HipHop definitely, you know, introduced the world to MariahLynn. So I will forever be grateful for that and the platform that they gave me, because now it just made me be able to provide for my family in a comfortable way. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to shake my ass on a pole. I don't got to ever ride in the passenger seat of my drug dealer boyfriend's car no more. I don't got to do none of that shit. So I'm so grateful and so blessed for them.
No, that's real.
Changed my life in a positive way. I went down the yellow brick road.
No, that's real.
And found the wizard.
That's real. Is it true that Zeus Network cut bigger checks than Love HipHop? Yeah. No, that's what they saying, so.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Word on the street is true. And I'm not gonna hold you. I've made more money with Zeus in 3 months than I did in 3 years with them. So it's no shade. I just say facts here.
It's just a fact, right?
Yeah.
So how would you describe the evolution of reality TV? Like I'm saying, because you done seen both sides of this shit. You was on one of the biggest networks, VH1, Love HipHop. Now you on another biggest network, Zeus Network with Baddies. So you get to see the
Big
good,
Zeus.
the bad, and the ugly. So, you know, how would you describe this shit in your perspective?
Well, there's definitely a difference, because Love and Hip Hop don't let you fight. They don't let you fight. Now, Zeus, they don't. It's not that they really want you to fight. I think that they say like, oh, production be messy, production be da-da-da. Listen, these people have a job to do. You know what I'm saying? But only you have control of your actions and your words. If you don't say it or you don't do it, they can't air it. You know what I'm saying? So all that blaming production shit, I've never blamed VH1, and I would never blame Zeus. You know why? Because if it came out my mouth, I said it.
Right.
If it happened, I did it.
Right.
So I got to take accountability. And I think that's the problem with today's society, you know, this generation. Nobody wants to take accountability for their actions. And it's like the ones who do, it kind of like overlook, like, whatever, you know? But, yeah, I think it's a big difference. I know that Zeus, if you tell them, no, I want my round with her, and they go ask the other talent, she wants her round, if they agree, they're going to give you 5-6 seconds.
That's real.
But they're going to give you 5-6 seconds, so you better make them 5-6 seconds. Yeah, and if you want to run it again, they might let you run it again, but if the other person says no, it could be a little bit of conflict. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I feel that. So being that you came from the music show, like how big of a transition was it to go to Baddies?
It wasn't hard. I performed every night. Even the girls, which I definitely appreciated, you know, even girls that like I fell out with and stuff like that, or didn't necessarily know me or like me, just knew me from the music. I remember one day we were on a Sprinter and, you know, because after the first booking, it was like people started popping out of nowhere with songs. It was like, you know, fucking rapper? Like, what the fuck you talking about? I better not fighting this bitch and copying Boozy and shit. I was like, what the hell is going on? But I had to have a conversation with Natalie, and I said, listen, I understand that this is a show, and I understand that, you know, people want to have their shine and stuff like that, but I'm a real artist.
I got a real plaque at home.
Yes, I have a real plaque. Like, I'm not, and there's no shade to nobody. I know certain people, you know, do have real talent. Like, Anna can really fucking sing. Anna can really sing. Tesehki can really sing. She can really rap. These girls are really talented. Even, you know, Rolly does her thing. You know what I'm saying? I see her rap. She do her one too. Who else was an artist on the show? Saya is really dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to forget nobody that I fuck with. I think that's pretty much it. But, oh, and T. I'm sorry, I got to put T in there because I do fuck with T. And I think that, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, there's 15 of us girls. There's no way that all 15 of us can perform.
Right.
So I said, Natalie was like, let's vote. Who do y'all think as a collective we should put? And I was always voted in. So for me, yeah, it was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get on stage every night, and that's what I'm here for. So I might have to boo-bop and 1, 2, and 3, 4 a couple of bitches, but at the end of the day, I know I'm doing broken nails, broken face. I'm getting on that stage, and I'm performing my song.
No, that's real. That's real.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this because on the show, we seen that you had Tesehki's back when she was about to basically get jumped, right? And I feel like nobody shedded light. Like, that was some real shit you did. Everybody
Thank
just
you.
standing back watching this girl finna fight 2 girls, and here you come in the clutch
Thank
with
you.
the goddamn 1-2. You feel me? So it's like, why did you feel the need to have Tesehki's back, and why do you feel like it was?
I didn't feel like I needed to. I wanted to.
Facts.
There was a difference because that night that Tesehki had got jumped, me and T, my manager, was actually in New York. I was doing, I had to leave set. So when on the second episode, when everybody, after I fought Smiley, everybody thought I had left. No, I had a booking for 50 years of hip hop to go show my girl Trina some love out in New York. So I had to go do that. Saw Trina, saw Remy, you know, did my rounds, and I made it to the airport, but I didn't make my flight. So we got in the car and we drove back down to where they was at. And by the time I got there, it was a lot of commotion. I seen eggs being thrown. I seen shit. So they rushed me on the Sprinter. I didn't know what happened. I wasn't on her Sprinter, but the next day I was told she got jumped. So I was like, what happened? Like, production was like, listen, would you do a scene with her and let her tell you? I said, I want a scene with her. I want her to tell me what happened. Me and Tesehki knew each other outside of Baddies. A lot of people don't know that.
That's what she said.
You know what I'm saying? We knew each other months prior to this through one of my very close friends from Baltimore. So we was already on FaceTimes and shit talking about it. Like, if we get on, we gonna have each other back. If you get on, I'm gonna have your back. Like, so that already was established, you feel me? So once I found out what it was and who it was, line them up. And, you know, not taking away, because Tesehki could have ate Janet up worse than I did.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like I said in the confessional, I saved you. You know what I'm saying? From getting really ate up. Like, you lucky I just put you down and you had to sit down for a minute, because Tesehki would have put you to sleep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I just wanted to show my friend, like, you're not alone.
Right.
So that was my thing, like, you know what I'm saying? I came on the show defending my sister, fighting behind my sister. And in that moment when, you know, we did the scene and she had told me how she felt about the whole shit and the whole situation with, you know, what went down with her sister and stuff. It's like, well, I'm your sister, so what's up?
Right.
And again, I didn't feel like I needed to. I wanted to have her back, especially when I was like, and there's no shade to the other girls, because I think it was a lot, it happened too fast. You know what I'm saying? Because I know certain girls would have gotten it, but I was surprised that nobody kind of like did anything too.
Real shit. And I feel like that is some real shit you did, right? But of course the fans spew negativity and turn just like some dick eating shit. How you feel about all those comments?
Listen, let me tell you something, and this is real shit right now. It could have been Natalie, it could have been whoever, and I'm gonna keep it real. It could have been Smiley who got jumped, and I would have had the same energy, because I don't feel like anybody should get jumped. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm more of like a toe-to-toe, old school, square up, clean fight, you know, throw your hands.
Yeah.
I'm not with all that sneaking shit and all of that weird snake slithering shit. I don't do that shit. So, yeah, and Tesehki got a good heart. That's why I always call her my heart and my Hulk. Because we know she Hulk out. Me hungry.
Nah, that's real. So, can we see more of you on Zeus Network?
Absolutely. So, you know, I don't know if y'all know, but we just did Bad vs. Wild with Nick Cannon. So that's going to be coming soon. And, of course, me and Tesehki in the matching outfits. Zeus did that, not us, just so y'all know. But thought it was cute. You know, I wish it could be a little less of the fighting and the cattiness and stuff like that. But we have a new season coming, Caribbean. And y'all can expect to see me on there. The promo drop. I know Suki's on there. I can't give away a couple of other girls, but y'all know I'm not coming back without, you know, my Hulk. But yeah, so Caribbean and just new music. Like, I definitely want to work with some Caribbean artists out there while we're doing that, and, you know, work with the girls too. Hopefully create some new sisterhoods and stuff.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
So what else you working on besides beating bitches up on TV?
I've been working on all new music, lots of new brand deals. Shout out to Fashion Nova.
Hey.
And just, you know, evolving and elevating. I think that this time around, I do have the right team behind me. I do have the right mindset. And I do have the right connections and the right people. When I say the right people, I don't mean like connected wise. I mean the right people, like morally wise, that really love me and really want to see me, you know, further myself and win. Yeah, because if I win, we all win. And anybody who knows me knows that. If I eat, we all eat. You feel me? And if you ain't at the table, you on the menu.
I fuck with that one. Hey, that's a caption right there, goddamn. That's the real one. So what is it that you want listeners and viewers to understand about MariahLynn?
That all that shit you see on TV is a lot more to it. It's a lot of behind the scenes shit that go on. So I seen a lot of, you know, oh, she's a follower, she's a flip-flopper, she's a this. No, I'm a in the moment type person, you know, or, you know, oh, she's trying to be black, and, or, oh, she dissed Nicki and she did this and she did that. Y'all gotta understand that throughout my life, I've learned a lot of lessons. I don't hate anybody. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish bad on nobody. Like, I wish everybody well. I wish we could all win. I wish we could all sit at the table. I wish we could all get in the booth together and make music, because I promise you, if the girls really started to come together, it would go further places.
No, real
like
shit.
I know for a fact. But unfortunately, you know, certain divisions and stuff like that, but I don't hate nobody. Feel me? Just because I dislike a person don't mean I dislike their music, or I, you know, they're trash to me.
Yeah.
Or no, I really fuck with everybody. I just, you know, have certain people that my loyalty lies with at the end of the day.
Real shit.
And that's where my loyalty is gonna lie.
Nah, for real.
You know?
I feel like you got that good heart mentality, like you saying, because you come from the hood. A lot of people who come from the
Yeah.
hood, they want to see everybody win because they
Yeah.
know what
And
it's
the
like to
hood
be
girls,
counted
I gotta
out.
say, shout out to the hood girls, because
Yeah.
y'all really rock with me. I'm not gonna hold you. You know, a lot of people be trying to attack me. Oh, she said the N-word in her music. Oh, she said this. Like I said, I've learned a lot. And coming into such sensitive times, I feel like in 2024, the world is super sensitive, which is okay. I respect boundaries. But, you know, I've taken it completely out of my music, all of that stuff, because, you know, but shout out to the hood bitches who was defending me like, nah, she's, you know. But I respect it, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I want to learn. I want to be a better person. I want to be a better artist. And I just want to perfect my artistry and my craft. Like, I love doing music. It really saved my life. So I love my fans, and I love the listeners. I love the supporters. I love even the you know, off the porch, and the, you know, all of the people who support me, the platforms. Yeah, like, of course. Where would we be without y'all?
Nah,
we
for sure.
got to say thank you to y'all. Like,
Appreciate
you
it,
feel me?
appreciate it. I'm a real nigga at the end of the day. If you ain't
Yeah,
know.
very.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
You already
recognized
know.
real, you feel
already
me?
know. They know the vibes. They know the vibes. Any last words and shout outs?
Yes, I definitely want to, like I said already, shout out my team, shout out to the fans, shout out to the viewers. Make sure y'all tune into the reunion, because I'm telling y'all right now, it's crazy. Probably the
Why y'all jump
hottest.
ET?
Nobody jump ET. So we just gonna add that in there too. Me personally, I don't jump people. I'll explain that to you. I didn't jump nobody. I went head up with every single person. So if you lost and you don't know how to take an L, and you gotta try to call, you know, a mongrel to come try to sneak me, and then get slammed on her back, and then, you know what I'm saying, bitches is playing hide and seek and picking and choosing who they want to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all saw the video of me getting
No, I seen a girl
you know
just
what I'm
ran
saying?
up on
yeah,
you out the blue.
it was a big mongrel. You know what I'm saying? And it was weird, because, you know, I'm little as hell. I'm 5'1", and I'm 110 pounds. So if you're going to sneak me, knock me the fuck out. You
She
know what
cleared
I'm
it up
saying?
though. She said that hit wasn't for you. She said it was for Anna.
You still ain't knocked me the fuck out. And you big as fuck. You look like Mike Tyson's fucking stepchild, bitch. And you didn't knock me out. And then you got slammed on your back. And then when I said, oh, I'm going to call somebody, because, you know, I know a lot of people from where ET's from, just to kind of sum it up a little bit. I don't think they knew that I was tapped in. They thought they was big and bad, but I'm tapped in with the biggest and the baddest out there in Watts. So again, shout out to Watts, shout out to Lucho, shout out to Bristol, shout out to all of y'all down there. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, like I said on the show, don't let this Barbie shit fool you. You feel me?
MariahLynn, we appreciate having you on the porch with us today.
Thank
sis.
you. And now I'm off the porch.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe. And I'm admitting it, I won't take it back. Cause I did this shit, I was a hoe. And I'm